Reverend Sibanda, we've seen what is going on. We've seen videos going viral about the violence which is already started because this is the election year. What do you take of what is happening, especially in Mashonaland?
I think to start with, violence is evil regardless of who perpetuates it. However, the unfortunate part with our Zimbabwean political spectrum is that it is a culture of doing politics in Zimbabwe. So every time there is an election, there is violence, and we want to condemn that. Despite who perpetrates it, violence has never been the best thing to do. It has been evil. It represses, it suppresses people, and it's human lives get lost unnecessarily. So it's one thing that we should condemn, and everyone should condemn, and those that perpetrate it must be held accountable.
Do you believe this was politically motivated on hearing the people, or these are thugs? Are they being sent by a political party like Zanu PF, or you believe these are just local victimizing fellow villagers?
That's become a complicated issue because we have seen genuine cases of opposition members being victimized by Zanu PF in the past. We have continued to see that happening, Zanu PF becoming the major perpetrator. But within that, there's been a growing trend also of shenanigans that are happening within the opposition. Sometimes we saw extreme violence happening when the MDC was split. We saw Madam Dogozani Kupe almost being bent down during Tsvangrai's funeral. So violence is now defining the political ground in Zimbabwe, which becomes a problem. So at the moment, it becomes difficult to then stand your ground and say it's Zanu PF or it's internal or it's just those political shenanigans that always happen ahead of the United States review of the sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe. So it's very difficult to say, except to say that we want the police to really dig deep and find out who exactly are the perpetrators and what is the motive.
Looking at what is happening already, do you think this election there will be so much violence?
Absolutely. The indicators are that there is going to be violence, there is going to be rumors of violence, there is going to be shenanigans, acted, stage-managed violence. So there's going to be all forms of violence, genuine, legitimate violence, and illegitimate stage-managed violence. All this will be. There will be a plethora of these problems ahead of the elections. Some will want to discredit the elections because they know that they are going to lose the election, and others in some areas, some parties would want to consolidate power and create no-go areas. So it's one thing that is alarming and that is worrying.